Hello ladies, Miss Wedding here, clinician with the Tri-County Youth Services Bureau, back for our second session of the Best Foot Forward group. Last session we spoke about self-respect, and this session we are going to be speaking about respecting others. Respecting others comes through healthy relationships and great communication, among other things. So for today's session, I prepared a PowerPoint presentation. So here is the PowerPoint, which dives into the basics of respect and respectful communication, which then goes into healthy relationships, as communication and respect are needed for relationships. So first, let's start off with what respect is. Respect is treating someone in a positive way to show them that you value them and you admire them. And this is shown in how you communicate with each other and care for one another. I think it's important to note that everyone deserves respect. So you don't have to have a deep admiration or care for someone to show them respect. Strangers deserve respect. Teachers deserve respect, parents, friends, everyone you come in contact with deserves that respect. And when it comes to respect, you get what you give, meaning that if you give respect, you should get that same respect back in return. As Aretha Franklin said, RESPECT, find out what it means to me. Here is an acronym for respect, which I think accurately depicts what respect truly does mean. The R stands for remember basic kindness, and that is saying please, saying thank you, smiling at someone, giving someone a hug, anything like that. The E stands for encourage others. Lift each other up and be there to motivate one another. The S stands for show thankfulness. Again, just saying thank you, acknowledging someone for something that they have done for you, and showing others that you appreciate them, whether that is thank you for holding the door open or thank you for all of the homework help that you just gave me. The P stands for play fair. Fairness and equality is something huge. Everyone deserves to be treated equally and fairly with the same amount of respect. The E stands for extend a helping hand. Be helpful and be kind to others, and that is a great way to show that you respect them. If you would want a helping hand in a certain situation, be that person to extend that helping hand to others in that same situation. The C stands for cause no harm. You don't want to harm anyone or hurt someone's feelings, intentionally or unintentionally, so be respectful. And the T stands for think before you speak. Before you say anything, you should think, would I want someone to say this to me? And if the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't say that to anyone else. Think of the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Now let's move on to the do's and don'ts of respect and respectful conversations. So do get to know people before you draw conclusions or make any assumptions about them. Do be open-minded and non-judgmental. Do treat others the way that you want to be treated. Like I said, the golden rule is something that is great to keep in mind. Do make eye contact to show that you're paying attention to someone when engaging in a conversation. And do ask questions about others to show that you care while you're in that conversation. Don't make assumptions or generalizations about people based on how they look. That is not a respectful thing to do. And don't spread rumors or engage in gossip about others. Don't take your frustrations out on other people. In conversation, don't interrupt while someone else is talking to you. It's best to let one person talk at a time so that no one has to talk over each other. And don't appear distracted. Again, when in conversation with someone, don't be on your phone or looking around the room or thinking about what you want for dinner tonight. Show them that you genuinely care about them and respect them by paying attention to them. I think that respect and respectful conversation have a lot to do with healthy relationships. So I wanted to go over some relationship basics. And first I wanted to point out that relationship is defined as the way in which two or more people are connected. I think that oftentimes people think of significant others or romantic relationships when the word relationship is mentioned. But really, it's the way that two or more people are connected. There are student-teacher relationships, friend relationships, parent-child relationships, and more. But the key to any and all relationships is communication and respect. Being on the same page is very important. You want to make sure that you both want and expect the same things from each other. For example, in a student-teacher relationship, you both want the student to succeed. That is the goal of the teacher and the goal of the student. And so they would then expect the same things. They would expect that the teacher provides lesson materials and provides the education on a certain topic, and then they would expect that the student does the work, studies, and turns in assignments. So never be afraid to speak up, to voice your opinion, state your wishes, or ask a question, no matter what type of relationship it is. Now, moving into healthy personal relationships. When I say personal relationship, I am referring to friend relationships or significant other relationships. So really, I'm referring to boyfriends, girlfriends, best friends. And some important things to keep in mind for these relationships are to speak up. If something is bothering you, it's best to talk about it instead of holding it in. Compromise. Disagreements are natural, but problem solving is something that you must do. You must be willing to compromise and care about the other's opinions and the other's wishes. Being supportive. Just offer reassurance and encouragement. You want to lift each other up. And respecting privacy is another big one. Just be sure to give each other space when needed. Just because you are someone's best friend or someone's girlfriend does not mean you have to share 100% of your life with them, and that is completely fine. You want to be able to trust each other. Be open and be honest with each other. And setting boundaries is something that is also very important. You need to let each other know your personal limits and values, which should be respected. Spending time together is another great way to grow your personal relationship and strengthen your bond. Which leads me into my last point, is to have fun. Personal relationships should be enjoyable. You all should be having fun together and being excited to be around each other. So if any of these things that I've mentioned are not in your relationship, I encourage you to evaluate that relationship from a different perspective to see if it truly is healthy and a relationship that you should be in. So for today's assignment, I just have 2 questions for you that I would like you to text me. My number is 201-503-6771. If you could just send me a text explaining what respect means to you and how you show others respect.